What's in your realtor's car? Stay tuned. Hi, Realtors Toolbox. This is Michelle Haas, the Haas Hunter.
Yep, and this is Realtor Rich, and we're excited to see you today to dive in on what's in your car as a realtor. And so with that being said, we're going to dive right in on real quickly. Just the obvious thing is, as we all know, make sure you've got your cell phone, right? And if you're jumping into your car, hopefully your car's got some gas in it, right? I couldn't tell you how many times I've jumped into my car to go somewhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to stop and get gas, right? So planning a little bit ahead, make sure you get your cell phone. Goes without saying. So anyways, I'm going to turn it over to you, Michelle, so you can dive in on the next item.
I love your points. You know, another idea of don't leave on time, leave early. Early is on time and on time is late. So those are great points. And I hate it when you leave your house without your phone. Have you done that?
Oh my gosh. Everything comes to an end when I can't find my phone or don't have my phone. Stop everything.
Yeah.
All of life comes to a screeching halt.
It's a funny
until that problem is solved. Yeah.
I remember a time when that wasn't true.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's our list for you today. What's in your realtor's car? So number one on our list is a toolbox or a tool bag. I have a tool bag in my car. I have a flashlight in there. Sometimes you go to a house and the power is out or the sun's starting to go down. You need it. I actually have some tools. I have screwdrivers. I have a pair of pliers. I actually have a small sledge. When I put my for sale sign out, I have this small sledge to pound down that stake. So that's in there. A tape measure. Somebody's always going to say, I wonder how big this room is. And they're going to start measuring with their feet. So have a tape measure. It's just so much easier and you're going to look sharp when you do. And I have one of those adjustable wrenches. To be honest, I don't think I've ever used it, but you never know what could come up. And I have a pair of jumper cables. So another thing, you don't know whether it's going to be your car or your client's car or something. Just have it handy. You could be out in the middle of nowhere and you'll need it.
Absolutely. And then the next item, if we jump to it, is having your real estate signs, whatever you need. Make sure you've got your signs with you, stakes, for sale signs and sold signs. And then another handy thing that I've always had, Michelle and you and I were laughing about it earlier, but zip ties are one of the most handy little tools if you've got to fix a sign or just any number of things. Zip ties come in really handy. So I like having those few little things ready to go in the car.
Definitely. Number 3 on our list is have your lockbox. So I know your lockbox is powered by solar, but I always have it in the trunk of my car just so I at least have one with me. And of course, when you're up for selling that house, you're going to need a pair of keys. So have that as well.
Absolutely. And then marketing materials is another one. Always carry your marketing materials in your car. If you need a small file box to keep everything clean and looking fresh, just get a little box, something you can put in there, have your materials in there so that you can hand them out, whether that's a little trifold marketing brochure about buying and selling real estate with your information in it, or any number of things that you might need. Have those handy at all times because you never know when you're going to talk to somebody and you can just pull something out, it's got your info on it, and you hand it to them. And then business cards. Always have business cards with you. And I know you can, more and more we're using our digital cards, which is great. But I'll tell you what's funny is when it's in the phone, it's kind of lost. When they have a physical card in hand, they're going to be seeing it and be reminded of it. So it's kind of like having your goals written down. If they're written down on something, you're likely to bump into your goals and be reminded what they are. Same thing with your realtor card. If they have your business card sitting on their counter, sitting on their desk, sitting on the dash of their car, they're going to be seeing you and be reminded by the physical actual card. So I used to kind of be more towards the, having an e-card that I'm going to text over. But now I've gone back to where I want to have both. I want to have a physical card and a card that I can text over to you. So yeah, you want to have those things handy. And then if you have a little accordion folder box or whatever with your marketing materials in it, make sure that you've also got a copy of all the forms. Have a residential purchase agreement, addendums, any number of different things that you use in a transaction. You never know. If your internet's out or something, you can't connect to your phone or your laptop, you may want to be able to just pull out a contract and actually fill it out. I don't know if you'll ever need it, but it's better to have it handy just in case you do. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, right?
Absolutely.
I always say bring your laptop and make sure it's charged, and bring a notebook. Sometimes you're going to draw a diagram or something. You never know. Bring a notebook and bring a couple of pens. So pens die, and it's good. You never know what you're going to write down or anything. So have that handy as well.
Yeah, I mean, you may need to write something down, or maybe your clients are with you and they want to write a few things down and they didn't bring a pen and a pad. If you have something you can give them, they're going to love it that you're prepared. And then, of course, the phone charger. Make sure that you've got your phone charger with you in your car, the kind that plugs into your little outlet so that you can charge your phone while you're driving around. Heaven forbid you don't have a charger and you've been on your phone a lot and your phone's about to die and you're running around showing property using the GPS to map directions. And now all of a sudden your phone's about to die and you're not going to be able to get there. And most of us don't really carry the old map books or maps in our car anymore. And so having a phone charger is worth its weight in gold.
Absolutely. The map will drain your phone. So have it. Yeah.
Big time. It sure will.
Yeah. I will fight you for my phone charger. Like, I will not let it out of my car. No, sorry. You can't borrow it unless you're sitting in my car.
There you go. That's right.
So have that.
Love it. Love it.
I have found that one of the things that really helps is a pair of shoes. And that sounds really silly, but one time I actually stepped in a puddle and my feet were wet, and I only had one more showing that day, but it was kind of miserable to have wet feet and really uncomfortable. So now I put an extra pair of shoes in my car just in case. And along those same lines, there's like a little jacket, and I actually have an umbrella. So sometimes the rain rolls in unexpectedly, especially if you're out of town. You never know. So having a little something is really helpful to kind of keep yourself out of the rain or out of the wind if you need it.
Oh, yeah. What a great idea. Wind can be not fun, and an umbrella definitely comes in handy, and a light jacket. So those are great ideas, Michelle. And another thing is a first aid kit. A small little first aid kit in a plastic box can go a long way. I mean, if you are putting up some signs or doing different things, I mean, you might slice your finger or you need a little Band-Aid or something. Hey, it never hurts to have a little first aid kit with some antibacterial ointment in there and, a couple little things just to get you through. So love having a first aid kit on hand.
Yeah, definitely. You never know. This is probably the name of this video, right? You never know.
You never know. Yeah, exactly.
Luck favors the prepared, so be prepared.
I love that. That's great.
Another one is PPE. So PPE is personal protection equipment. So have a few masks, have a few gloves. And you might think, maybe this is not the time where people wear masks all the time anymore, but sometimes someone has a health sensitivity and they may ask you to wear that mask. And sometimes the home is a total fixer-upper and it smells so bad and you're going to wish you had that mask. And then also, you never know where your hands are going to go. So maybe some gloves are helpful. So have those kind of things on hand.
Absolutely. That, and maybe even some disinfecting wipes too, along with that. I mean, I don't know when you'd need it, but it's that thing. It's for the unexpected. That's kind of some of what these things will do for you. And then, of course, water and snacks, right? Your refillable water containers, whatever you like to use, and some snacks and things, especially if you're out on a long day of showing properties. You're going to make sure that you take care of yourself in the midst of hustling around and being a good realtor and being successful. You can really get to where, if you didn't prepare right, you might be super hungry and now you're low blood sugar. You're not really at your best anymore. So, or you get a little dehydrated because you haven't had any water all day long. Maybe you've been out for 10 hours showing property to multiple clients, and it's just good to have some water and have some snacks on hand so you can keep yourself going. And so I think that about covers it. And, I'm sure there's other helpful things that you can throw in your car. I mean, if you live in areas where there's lots of snow and ice, maybe you need some, some stuff in some packets that you can throw down to help yourself out. But good to account for things that are going to throw you off your game a little bit. And so with this list, I think it'll help get you through a few things. And watch for other future videos. We've got a lot of other great content out there and coming. And this is the Realtors Toolbox, and we love it that you're watching. And like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.
See you on the next video.